Well, I think one good thing is we didn't have a long break between the semi-finals and the finals. Yesterday was a traveling day, and today being the practice day. So that really helps you not to think too much ahead of the future. You are in the moment. Yesterday you had a good night's sleep, and you get up in the morning, come for practice, and it's hardly now 20 or 14 or 20 hours before the start of the game. So in a way it's good. You're not thinking too much of the future. You are just being in the present and preparing yourself for the big game, because you want to do well in a tournament like this, especially it being held in India. You never know when you'll get an opportunity to again play in the World Cup, and secondary the World Cup being held in the subcontinent.
Overall, how Indian team is relishing this challenge?
Well, I think every game was a challenge for us. As soon as you reach the knockout stages, if you see the kind of teams that we played in the quarters and the semis, we had to be at our best, and that's what we did. We didn't think too much about the result. We were all thinking about, how we need to prepare ourselves, how we need to increase the intensity on the field so that, we can feel better and there's no moment when you are switched off when you are on the field. Well, why not? Because at the end of the day, everyone would be watching this game. Of course, every stadium has a limit to the number of people who can fit in. So I think each and everyone will definitely watch this game. People who love the sport, people who don't love it so much, but who are just interested in the sport. Because it's a big thing happening in India. The Indian team reaching the finals. I don't think it can get any bigger than this, being held in the subcontinent. So I think each and everyone will definitely watch this game, and every Commonwealth will definitely watch this game.
Left side of the back?
Well, it does have, but as I always say, will it help us perform? Don't we have enough to think about right now that we are thinking about something that's in the near future? And I think everybody wants to do well in this game, including Gary. So it's all about this particular game being in the present, and once we are done with the game, irrespective of the result, we all know how Gary has been with us, how he has changed Indian cricket in the dressing room atmosphere and the amount of effort he has put in. So we'll think about it later. First thing first, it's the finals.
Anand on the right side.
Well, I think the preparation remains the same, just that the sides change, and it's not about the quarters and semis, it's about the finals, how you turn up on the field and what you actually do on the field, because you want to end the tournament with a good note. You may have put in 200% effort during the course of the tournament, but we all know, till that full stop doesn't come, the letter is not complete or the sentence is not complete. So we all know how well we need to prepare. We know the strengths, the weaknesses, what we need to do on the field. So I think it's a big game for all of us.
Rahul?
And it's reaching World Cup final. Do you feel that this team has really played to its potential yet?
You mean the Indian cricket team? If you're talking about 100% potential, then not. So if you just talk about the potential as to what we can do on the field, there's plenty to come. But still, we have done quite well in the tournament. We have won game with quite a few runs in pocket and with quite a few wickets left when we have chased. So I think if we do everything to the best that we can, it will be a very interesting game. Well, irrespective of what the result is, I'm very proud of the team that I have got. Each and every individual knows his role and responsibility. Everyone has helped each other perform, and that's what is important as when you are part of a team sport. When you are supposed to play with 10 other people on the field and 4 others as your bench strength. What you want is each and everyone to enjoy each other's success. So I don't think it's a result that makes this team good. It's just that the team atmosphere is really good. Each and every individual is very special. And you're dealing with, if not 15, at least 12 to 13 stars. Who have won game on their own. So it's a very special side.
Can I just ask as well, what kind of, it's gone well so far, you've got 1 game to go.
Sorry?
You've done well so far getting here. Looking back as India captain, how good a World Cup tournament do you think this has been?
Well, I think we slowly gained momentum. which is very important, because if you are too focused and too intense right from the very start, what happens is, to keep that intensity going for more than 35 or 40 days, it gets a bit difficult. So I think, the format of the tournament gave us some time to get into the groove of being at our best. We peaked at the right time and we continued that peak, so I think the format just gave us those extra moments, where we could say, okay, we'll start lightly, and as the tournament progresses, we'll grow with the tournament. So that was the main aspect.
माही आपने जो बॉलर्स का जो स्पेल है बहुत अच्छे से आपने अरेंज किया है, पता ही नहीं चलने दिया। जो लोग कहते हैं कि बॉलिंग का अटैक बहुत वीक है, लेकिन आपने जो अरेंजमेंट किया जिस तरह से स्पेल्स, खासकर जहीर खान का, इस बारे में आप बताएं कैसा था?
Well, अगर आप फाइनल के बाद पूछते तो I would have been very happy to share everything, but I think it's important that you rotate your bowlers, because you don't really follow a fixed plan as such, because if you see normally, most of the teams, when they have their main bowlers have their bowling spells, like this bowler is going to bowl 2 overs, maximum 3, so you can plan accordingly. But at times you can surprise the opposition, if they're thinking maybe this bowler will bowl 3 overs, you can just take him out for 2 overs and save that 1 over for later, when you may really need him. So I think the rotation of bowlers is very important. At times people thinking the bowler has come for a short spell, you can give him maybe 2 overs too many. But it's very important that each and everyone shares that responsibility, because at the end of the day, it's not about one bowler. I think the whole bowling attack needs to be at its best. So I felt, the individuals, they have responded really well to the bowling changes and the rotation wise bowling, because most of the bowlers, they love bowling quite a few overs at a stretch, because they're quite settled in their length and line, and they know what the batsman is doing, but it can always be a surprise.
That's it.
Well, that's a tricky one, because if you see the Mumbai track, there is a bit of pace and bounce for the seamers initially, and if there's a bit of reverse swing going, that third seamer can have an impact on the game. And at the same time, that extra seamer, what it does is, if all the seamers are bowling well, I'm able to maneuver more with the bowlers, as to which bowler I need to bowl when. And with spinners, if you have 3 spinners and along with the part-timers, you may say 4 spinners and 2 medium fast bowlers, you can't maneuver too much. You don't have that room for to maneuver the bowlers, and if one of the fast bowlers has an off day, then it gets really difficult. But still, not to forget, whatever opportunity Ashwin has got, irrespective of where he has played, he has done really well. So we have confidence in him, but still, we have not clearly thought as to we need to go with 3 seamers, or we need to go with 2 seamers and 1 extra spinner. Well, I'll just give you an example. I was also swapping channels, and one of the channels, they showed people outside my house, celebrating the win against Pakistan. Not to forget, that was the very house, that was in 2007. A few things happened outside that house. So, that's what really happens in India. So it's better to be at your best.
Right side.
And this, when you checked into Taj Mumbai yesterday, was there any special feeling?
It's an emotional thing, as to what happened there. But still, we were greeted very nicely with the Taj staff. Everyone was at its best. So definitely there are memories involved. You'll certainly remember the day, what we are talking about. But still, we need to be calm, composed, and focus on what our job is over here. So, hopefully tomorrow we'll turn up on the field and be at our best.
That side.
Dhoni, Sri Lanka playing or not playing?
Well, definitely they've played games with your mind, because you are thinking about it. I always say we think about our strengths, whom they are playing, whom they are not playing. It's a matter of their concern, and though it affects us, but it's beyond our control. So, as a team, you prepare for the whole opposition. The circumstances, which are the players who can miss the game, and you play a plan accordingly. And as far as Muralidharan is concerned, he's a very special individual. He has been part of the Chennai Super Kings for the last 3 years. He's a very good character to have in the dressing room, and equally good opponent to play with. You know, he plays fair cricket. He believes in himself, and he's a great entertainment to have on the field. So I think he will definitely play the game unless he's on one leg.
Right side.
Well, I think if you compare the bowling department, you know, a lot depends on what kind of a wicket you are playing in. You know, whether it's a turning track or it's a flat track. Overall, if you say, okay, you know, don't think about the wicket, just think about the bowlers that a side has, then I think Pakistan, they have a more balanced bowling attack. If you see Afridi, you know, I think he's bowling, you know, at his best. As I said in one of the press conferences, you know, the first 150 wickets that he took in ODIs, if you compare the amount of time to the second 150 wickets that he took, you will find the second span is, you know, a lot less compared to the first span. So I think he's bowling at his best, and along with him, you know, you have Saeed Ajmal, who is very deceptive. You know,